The Chicago Bulls come back for 24 points down, and Josh Giddey scores his second straight triple-double as the Bulls get a comeback victory over the Philadelphia 76ers. We're going to discuss it, all that and more on today's Locked On Bulls.
You are Locked On Bulls, your daily Chicago Bulls podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Thanks for tuning in to Locked On Bulls, member of the Locked On Podcast Network, where it's your team every single day. That's Pat, the designer, host, and creator of the Windy City Breeze and host of the Chicago Bears podcast over at ESPN 1000. I'm Hayes, host and creator of Chicago Bulls Central, Chicago Bears Central YouTube pages and podcasts. And today's episode is brought to you guys by Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONNBA for $20 off your first purchase. Pat, the Bulls come back from 24 points down. This game, after Sunday's game for the Chicago Bears and us getting the ball back with less than a minute left and scoring, and then this game now, I have no idea what to say. This was a staple win in a lot of ways. Like, these were the two teams with the best records in the Eastern Conference coming up against each other. The Philadelphia 76ers get out to 18-point lead after the first quarter. They led it as high as 24 points in that quarter. Pat, other than that first quarter, the Bulls outworked the Philadelphia 76ers in every facet of the game other than that first quarter, holding Tyrese Maxey to like 2 of 8 shooting in the fourth quarter. Joel Embiid didn't make a single shot in the fourth quarter. VJ Edgecombe didn't make a lot of shots in the fourth quarter. This team continues to show that they can step up when it matters the most. How you feeling about this game?
Listen, bro, this is a statement game, like you said. And I thought, I'll be honest with you. The big turning point in this game was just looking around for somebody to step up in that second quarter, and Josh Giddey saying, yo, it's got to be me. And if it's going to be me, it's going to be me. I thought that you finally found a player who was like, all right, I got to find a way to be the energy for this thing. Because the Bulls came out completely flat in this game. I said they got punked, right? It felt like in the first 5 minutes of the game, the goal was to get Matas Buzelis completely out of his game. Kelly Oubre went at him a couple of times defensively. There was a turnover there that ended up happening. Quentin Grimes got into him. He got pulled twice in the first quarter. And all of a sudden, and I don't know if you saw the Casey Johnson tweet, Casey said Billy Donovan was lighting a new fire into that boy with calling that man everything but the word of God.
Child of God.
like an absolute domination since that quarter, though. I thought defensively the Chicago Bulls woke up. Second quarter was still a little rough, but you were figuring things out. You had to try and fight your way back in there. Third and fourth quarter, though, Hayes, when you want to talk about dominating, and I think in every facet of the game, like you said, it wasn't the offensive end. The Bulls didn't go out there and have a great offensive quarter. They had solid offensive quarters. Defensively, Matas Buzelis, Josh Giddey, Kevin Huerter. Kevin Huerter has some defense so good, he stared down my mans. He said, listen, young fella, I don't know what you thought this was, but we getting tough around here. Like, it showed the attitude change that this Bulls had defensively in the second half, and you made so much tough to the point where Joel Embiid 1 for 10 in the second half, Quentin Grimes 1 for 5. VJ Edgecombe was a non-factor just about the entire game here. And to get that final shot, listen, I know we don't do this very often on this show. Credit Billy Donovan. What a play call. He knew what everybody in the building was thinking on that final shot. He knew what the Philadelphia 76ers were thinking. Heck, he knew what I was thinking when that drive happened of Josh Giddey driving down to the bucket. Everyone collapsed on him, kicks it out to Vooch, wide open, and Vucci was locked in, ready to go. You let him operate in the paint first, and he'll be able to knock down those threes for you. This is a win that is a statement win early on in the season of, listen, we understand what you guys are, but that don't mean that we were faking it this whole time. Chicago Bulls 6-1, top of the division.
Yeah, you got to love it, man. There were times where the Bulls had no energy in this game, and Josh Giddey basically put the team on his back. And credit to Isaac Okoro, too. Like, there are times where it was just Josh Giddey and Isaac Okoro. And I didn't think I would say that. Isaac Okoro was getting to the paint, things like that. But, like, you see this team and the way that Josh Giddey, you called me when I was live on Central. You called me and I called you back. And you asked the question, is Josh Giddey that superstar we've been waiting for? Pat, it's still very early on in the season. We got a lot to still talk about it or see for this team. But what are the chances now that you think that Josh Giddey is that and going to be that for the Chicago Bulls.
Listen, I don't know if he's going to be the superstar for the Bulls just yet, but let me give you the numbers of what Josh Giddey has done this season. 19-5-11, 21-8-3, 18-13-5, 28-12, 32-10-9, 23-12-12, 29-15-12. He's playing like one.
Yeah, he's putting up numbers.
I don't know if you can be. I don't know if I can say he's a superstar as of yet. But you know what Josh Giddey is doing right now while putting those numbers up? He's winning.
Yeah,
that's something that, as much as we loved Zach LaVine when he was here, we couldn't say. That's something that, as much as we loved, even DeMar DeRozan after it got right, DeMar had the crazy run and all this stuff was happening. And it's not just that he's winning; it's how he's winning. He's willing this team to get their energy up defensively better in the second half. He's telling this team, he's being the leader of this team and making them say, listen, like, if y'all don't help in this moment, we're screwed here. He's got Donovan. In my mind, I think it's Giddey a little bit that's reinvigorated Billy on the other side of this. That might be crazy. But, like, to me, Billy Donovan is coaching at a level we haven't seen since Billy Donovan was going to Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, I mean, no, like I don't know if it's the roster fits the sensibilities more, having 2 point guards, a combination of everything. Billy Donovan being reinvigorated by getting inducted into the college the basketball Hall of Fame. Could be a combination of all those things. But between the coaching, the roster, the effort, the fit, everything seems to be overlapping right now. Where you have this Bulls team that is just, the fight just does not give up and it just does not stop. And Pat, it's been a long time since it felt like we had a Bull. Even when DeMar DeRozan was hitting game winners, it was more so like, dang, DeMar is just crazy at hitting amazing shots. Now it's more than just that. It's the way that this team is doing. The defense that they played in the fourth quarter of this game, Pat, you can't tell me that did not only have playoff atmosphere, but that was a team that looked at it and it felt like, yeah, we were down. We're not about to be. Like you're not about to score on us right now.
I'll say this. It was a team that took the punches and punched back. Yeah. And that was the thing that pissed me off in the first. Listen, there's going to be a game where we just get our butts handed to us.
Yeah, for sure.
It's 82 games a season. There's going to be a game where a team comes out and just absolutely whoops you and you don't have the energy and you don't have the, but the fight has to be there. What pissed me off about the first quarter was not the fact that the Chicago Bulls were down 45-29. It was the fact that they weren't closing out on shots well. They were giving Tyrese Maxey anything that he wanted to get. They were allowing Joel Embiid to get easy buckets in the paint. Like, that was the thing that was irritating me about the fact they went down. You said it in the first 5 games. This Bulls team had been playing like a Bulls team Chicago could be proud of, because no matter the situation they were in, they were playing tough. They got punked in the first half.
Yeah, punched in the face.
Matas Buzelis got punked. I was very disappointed. I was sitting there fuming at how they were getting pushed around and bullied. And in the second half, you said, all right, let's bully the bully. And you found a way. Again, you didn't go out there and put up 45 back. You held them to 36 second half points. That's how you win games in the NBA. That's how we just watched the Indiana Pacers go to an NBA championship.
Mm-hmm.
Or an NBA Finals. They didn't win a championship.
Yeah.
But that's how we just watched them get there. It was toughness. It was grit. It was, we're going to play harder than you're going to play. Sometimes that's what it takes for you to win a basketball game. And seeing the Bulls do that tonight, I mean, you're dominating right now at home. You're 4-0 at home. I believe you're 1-1 on the road this season. Like, those are the things that you need to do to go out there and win games, and the Bulls are handling their business. You can't be mad at that if you're a Bulls fan right now.
Yeah, I don't know how you can be mad at this as a Bulls fan. Like, they're doing everything that you want and need and should be wanting and need them to do as a team. And that's something that, like I said, we haven't always seen, and it is easy to take for granted, but like, they are fighting. They are competing as a team, and Billy Donovan's coaching really well. I get it that it offers some weird spot for people that hate Billy Donovan or didn't like the Josh Giddey trade and all that type of stuff. But when you look at, just take all that away and look at what's happening on the court for this Bulls team, and you'll quickly find this is a team that has they got some horns, bro. The Bulls got some horns, and we're gonna see what that means. Go ahead.
I'll say this, bro. Like, it's showing exactly what we've said the entire time. Billy Donovan is fine when you give him good players.
Yeah.
He's not good when he don't have great players. Josh Giddey playing great right now. It's not he's playing good. Josh Giddey's playing great.
He's playing at an MVP level right now, bro. Like.
Oh,
but all right, we're gonna continue the conversation. We'll talk more about this game, man. But first, we do got to get into a message from Game Time. Basketball season is officially here, and nothing beats being in the arena for those opening games, but let's be real. Getting tickets can be a total headache. Between waiting in queues, surprise fees, and prices that jump right before checkout, it's easy to get frustrated when all you want to do is cheer on your team. That's where Game Time comes in. The app that gives fans the advantage. It's your ultimate life hack for scoring amazing tickets fast, easy, and stress-free. I love that what you see is what you pay. No hidden fees at checkout at all. Plus, I can see exactly what my view looked like before I bought the tickets with their in-app seat view feature. Their zone deals are a game changer. You pick the section, Game Time picks your seats, and you save big. You can even find NBA tickets for under $25. Take the guesswork out of buying NBA tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONNBA for $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply. That's code LOCKEDONNBA for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. More Locked On Bulls coming up next. All right, Pat. So we got to talk a little bit about Vucci, man. Not only did he hit the game winner today, bro, Joel Embiid has cooked Nikola Vucevic for probably the last 10 years. Every time that they face off against each other. On two different teams. Every time they face off against each other. Bro, there were times in the fourth quarter of this game where Vooch was one-on-one isolated with Joel Embiid, and no help defense came over, and he either made Joel Embiid give up the ball, or Joel Embiid didn't even try to go to the rim. He just stopped and settled for shots. Now, some of that is Joel Embiid's knees and the fact that he probably has 25% of a good knee all in his body anywhere. But just everything from Vooch, and as much as criticism comes from Vooch, and people still ask, why is Vooch still on this team? For him to have the performance that he had and has had over the course of the season, and then to hit a game winner like this where he makes offensive plays, defensive plays, all that type of stuff. How'd you feel about Vooch's game winner today?
Listen, I thought that it was I think it's a culmination of everything that he went through in this game to help this Bulls team come back, and you love to see him be able to get that. What I mean by that is, to me, like, this was a game where Vooch was not phenomenal the entire time either. Vooch was getting punked in that first quarter just like everybody else, but he got back to what kind of made him work, especially in those moments. And now, again, it is because Embiid's knees are not allowing him, but I'm sorry, you don't get, tissue paper for looking like you just don't.
Yeah.
So to me, like, what you saw from Vooch in the minutes where Embiid was not out there, where what I think are the important minutes, he realized, okay, I got a damn bono on me. I got to go to work here. I got Quentin Grimes guarding me down low. And you know what I thought from the Bulls team as a whole? Thought they did a good job trying to find him in those moments. And tonight wasn't a great night. You had to get him going in the paint. The only three he made, the game winner. So to me, like, I feel like this was a true grinded out kind of performance here for Nikola Vucevic, and it turned into one where you needed every single bucket that he gave you in that second half to be able to go out there and win this game. I love the fact that he stuck with it, and I think overall, Hayes, the question mark on Vooch was, is he going to be locked in coming into this season, or is he just trying to get out of here? He's locked in. I think he's locked in. Me and you talked about it the entire time. We said, Vooch is signing an extension here. Deal with it, Bulls fans. You get what you get. This is the kind of veteran that you want on your team when you do eventually start winning more. And it feels like the help that he gives Josh Giddey really opens up the floor for him as well.
Yeah, and I mean, don't get me wrong. I want to be clear on this. Do the Bulls need probably a different style center long-term to pair with Josh Giddey? Josh Giddey and Kobe White are your backcourt. Probably, right? But that doesn't mean that you just jettison off Nikola Vucevic before you get that guy. And I think when you see AK as well, the way that he would probably like to do things, just knowing how AK gets down, is AK probably want a transition there, like draft your center, have a couple of years to be able to develop that center to be your starter, and Vooch ends up staying around for that. I just need people to start realizing that there is a world in which not only is Nikola Vucevic here past this season, but he may even eventually transition to being that big off the bench. I think when it came down to Vooch, and he did sound like, I think he said it directly, he does want to compete for something. it seems like this is a team that is now in the spot of competing. And even if Vooch did have that thought of, hey, maybe I'll leave Chicago, it was maybe because of the state of the team going younger, not knowing if they're going to be winning right away. I see now with this team and where they are, I could absolutely see Vooch re-signing here and staying here for a while.
Yeah, listen, and I think, right now when you talk about going out there and being competitive every night, that's about what the guys around you are doing. And Vooch has to be a part of that. And I think that, the fact that this Bulls team, in the second half, they kind of just looked at each other and said, what do you want to do? Do you want to go out and just get punked? Do you want to go out here and find a way to fight back? Like, that takes all, would you have a 10-man rotation? It takes all 10 guys.
Yeah.
It took, listen, I thought Dalen Terry had a terrible night, but that run begins with a couple of Dalen Terry just in the way steals there that go into you coming back and finding a way to win that game. Y'all know I can't stand Jalen Smith in that three. I might have to say he's good. I don't know what's going on here. It might just be a hot 6 games here. But like, Jalen Smith ain't never seen a 3 that he didn't like, but he hit one big one in that run when you're trying to come back. P. Will didn't have a great game tonight, but you know what he did have? He had a major rebound at the end in the fourth quarter there where he just went up and was like, I'm stronger than you, I'm bigger than you, and I can pluck this ball out of the air with one hand. That's the kind of teams that are able to go out there and grind out these games. And I think, to me, you have to include Nikola Vucevic as one of the guys who is pushing this team to be that way. He's been on teams that have had this mindset, and maybe Lonzo was kind of the one that was the one leading the way. I feel like now when I look at this Bulls team, like, they go as far as Giddey and Vooch are pushing them to go.
Yeah, and people, I get it when you go younger. Everybody's like, oh, young youth movement. But usually every young team that is able to win some basketball games has a vet still on. And when you're just young and just developing this, you still have a vet that's on there. And I think that that's a part that we're seeing now as well. Like with this team, you need some of that with Nikola Vucevic around, and he's providing a lot of that. I'll tell you what though, Jalen Smith, he made some big plays today, but man, can we get him to stop falling in love with the 3?
I think they're telling him that's your shot, bro. They're gonna leave it for you. You got, and listen, 3 for 7. I don't like it. It's not pretty.
Yeah.
But I also don't like Josh Giddey's floater. It's not pretty. It's a spin move in the paint. Like, that drive to get it 110, 111 is insane. I don't know how many players in the league can hit that. Not because it was a crazy, difficult, unorthodox floater, but because, like, there was 70 people around him. Isaac Okoro's in the way, and he just come through like a grandpa, just like, oh, let me just rock the baby to sleep and just throw this mug up there. Like, it's not pretty. But if it's going in, I ain't going to complain about it.
Yeah, a lot of, and Josh Giddey, some of the reason why people don't like him, and I can understand it, is that his game does just look awkward sometimes.
He looks like an uncle, bro.
It goes in. Like, and if he's having success in it, that just is what it is at that point in time. So, you got to deal with it. And as it stands right now, Pat, I tell you what, Josh Giddey seems like he's hit that spot in that area where, like, he realizes, hey, you can't stop me.
Dog, I feel like that 100%. When you watch Giddey, the confidence that he had, and I think here's the confidence he had driving to the bucket on that final shot. When you look at Giddey's face, of course he knows where the ball is going, but it literally looks like, I wish I could find, somebody had a screenshot of it on Twitter. Bro, it literally looks like he's like, gotcha. Like when Muggs talk about what Giddey is, what type of player he is, bro, Giddey magic. Like, he's sprinkling Giddey magic all over this thing. Well, maybe don't say that.
I'm about to say, I don't know if you want to go with that bar, bro. That's
he's dropping Giddey magic all over the court. I'm sticking with it. It sounds crazy, but no, like, bro, like when you look at his face, he's like, I got you.
Yeah,
I beat you. I knew exactly what y'all was gonna do, and this is what's gonna happen. Am I calling him Magic Johnson? No, you got to win a whole lot to be Magic Johnson.
Win a whole lot.
Titles, you got a whole lot to be Magic Johnson. But it's that kind of mindset where I do think that not to say that Giddey is great yet, but you see the traits of the greats where the greats know what you going to do and they practice how to do that to beat you. That's what you're seeing from Josh Giddey. That's why that unorthodox floater can go in. He's like, okay, I know where you're going to play. You're going to bite at this. Not me up. Float. There it is. Bucket. Like, those are the things that I love to see from Giddey. So to me, hey, the Giddey magic is all over the court tonight, man. Somebody come mop it up.
Crazy. That's crazy. That's wild.
Is it? I don't know.
That's crazy, bro.
Hey,
I'm not
man, we
even funny.
gonna get into a little conversation about FanDuel before we get into this final topic. Talking about Matas getting hot at the right time. But first, we got to listen into a word from our sponsors. The NBA is back. The NBA is so back right now. And there's no better place to get in on the action than FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. Even if you missed the start of the game or want to ride the hot hand, FanDuel has live bets on everything from who will score next to in the fourth quarter to amazing Chicago Bulls fourth quarter comebacks. Plus, you can even combine your live bets into same game parlays for a shot at an even bigger payout. It keeps every game exciting, especially when your team's making a late game push. Right now, FanDuel gives new customers $300 in bonus bets when your first $5 bet hits. So head to FanDuel.com to sign up and play your game with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. More Locked On Bulls coming up next.
All right, Pat. This was a trial by fire game for Matas Buzelis. You know what I compared it to when I was on the live stream? This is similar to when Tyreek Stevenson had that game where he gave up the perfect QB rating and he was just getting picked on. Now, Matas did wake up at the right time, but like Kelly Oubre Jr. had to shoot like 99% against like he was literally seeking out Matas Buzelis at times in this game. But as you put here, Matas Buzelis stepped up when it mattered the most, both offensively and defensively. And you got to give the young fella credit because this is part of learning how to perform at the NBA level consistently.
I just wanted to see him punch back. That was my big thing. Again, like the 45 points, like some there's going to be a game where we get our butts kicked. There's going to be a game this season where we're going to look on the scoreboard and it's going to say 156 to 122. There just is. Like, we know how the NBA is. Some nights is shut nights, some nights is not. There's also going to be games where the Bulls get games like that. But, like, to me, what I saw from Matas in the first half, I didn't recognize him. And I think Billy Donovan felt the same way. I mean, dog, like, Matas Buzelis finishes out with a +9. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, in the first half, he finished that half with a -13. He was crazy. On the floor for 10 minutes and was a -13. You weren't on the floor enough to be a -13. How did you get -13? And it truly was just a player who looked lost, who looked like he got punked.
Mm-hmm.
And Billy Donovan got after him. And I love that as far as the coach, because you know what Matas can do. Well, it was the first time. It shocked me a little bit because I don't think I can remember another time where Matas just got punked. Like, it looked like Matas
even the game we got fouled out, he was fouling out because he wasn't backing down. He didn't understand.
Yeah.
Like oh, the refs are calling and let me stop playing so physical. This was a game where it just seemed like Kelly Oubre Jr. took Matas out of his bag completely.
Bro, and then it looked like started third quarter, I believe. He came out, got 5 quick points. Nice move at Kelly Oubre. And I think this was the big part for me. Kelly Oubre comes back down, hits a tough shot right past Matas, and looks him dead in the face and is like, ain't nothing changed.
Mm-hmm.
And after that point, Kelly Oubre couldn't find the rim.
Mm-hmm.
After that point, and that was what I wanted to see. Are you going to sit here and try to go basket for basket with Kelly Oubre? Because right now your shot is off, and it's probably not going to fall for you. He ended up shooting 1 for 4 in the fourth quarter. Or are you going to lock in defensively and make his life a nightmare? Now, it also helped that you got a little bit more time with Matas on VJ Edgecombe or Matas on Tyrese Maxey, where I think those are great step-up moments as well. And you got a little more Okoro on Oubre Jr. just because of how the rotations were going. But Kelly Oubre Jr. in that fourth quarter, 1 for 3, didn't really see a ton of shots that he liked. Didn't see it. Matas kind of forced him to pass out of it a ton as well. Like, those are the things that I care more about. Not you trying to get your personal ego and make things work and, oh, I got to get this right. Because those are the dudes that go out there and they take, let me see, how many shots did it take today? 39 on 26 ain't bad. I ain't gonna lie to you. It ain't great, but it ain't bad. That's not bad. But Embiid, 20 on 21 shots. Those are those guys. 20 on 21 shots. That's him. 1 for 6 from the 3-point line. A one-legged turnaround fadeaway because Vooch was kicking his butt. So that's what I love that we saw to Matas in this game. That not only did he lock in, but he locked in a way that it still involved the team.
Yeah. I mean, and it's good to see those moments. Like those are those important growth moments, and that's what this season now that he's firmly in the starting lineup and a big part of this team. Those are the growth moments this year, and that's kind of what not to say I expect him to get cooked by Kelly Oubre Jr., but these are the moments that I expected to come for him in his second year, and that's why I was a little bit more trepidation on him averaging a huge number of points or anything this season, because I think these are the type of moments he's going to have to go through, and if the Bulls are competing and they're going to get more of a target on their back, there are going to be more people that try to target out Matas Buzelis. But as we've seen from Matas, he's the type of guy that takes that challenge to the chin, and he's going to be willing to.
I'll allow it.
Yeah,
I'll allow it. Giddey Magic was crazy. I'll allow that.
Yeah. He's gonna take those, and he's gonna do what he needs to do to learn from it. And I think this between the foul out game and this game has been some really important growth moments for Matas here.
Yeah, man. Listen, I think that this is a great time to be a Chicago Bulls fan. Enjoy it. And again, I keep saying this. I know Bulls fans, that they get back to the first 35 games, Alonzo, where it kind of fell off a cliff, and the Bulls end up, we finished a 6 seed that year, and we end up getting clapped in the playoffs.
Yeah.
The defense that this Bulls team is playing is completely different. And it's with them locking in. There's not a shot in the world that Zach LaVine, Alonzo, DeMar team 36 points in the second half.
Yeah, bro, that's crazy.
It's crazy, bro. That's crazy. So I love what we saw to this team. I love what we saw to Matas. Let's keep this thing moving in the right direction, my guy.
Absolutely. Well, is there anything left, Pat, or is it time to start singing?
Oh, yeah. You already know what it is, my guy. Shout out to Vucci. Vucci who? Hey! C-Red! Vucci, man! Called the game! Get in hooping! Far as the eyes can see. Joel, you might want to call Lonzo to see if you can get that knee. I messed it up a little bit, but I recovered. The recovery was nice.
Yeah, the recovery was nice. I was wondering where you're going to go with it there for a minute. I'm like, but you figured that out. Go ahead and give me socials, Pat. Let's get up out of here.
Hey, man, follow us on everything at Locked On Bulls. You can follow me on everything at Pat the Designer. Appreciate y'all for tuning in to show love, man.
You guys can follow me at CEO Hayes. Locked On Bulls is free and available on every podcasting app and platform of your choice, as well as YouTube, the Odyssey app, Amazon Fire TV, Roku TV, and Fubo TV. Basically, anywhere you want it, you can get it. We'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning, y'all. Peace.
It's one thing every game.
Every time.